Aboard. Live chat. Here we go. Live stream. I had a weird week. You're going to hear all about it today. This may be a terrible live stream because this is the first time I've really done anything in a long time. I've been out of it, sick for a while. So this is my return. And it's my first time drinking coffee in like 5 days. So I got 2 big ones in here. So we'll be able to see what that does as well. Just took medication. Should be good to get through this. It's the middle of the day. It's 3 p.m. I know a lot of you are not around, so we will see who is here. But it's going to be a bear with me type live stream because breathing is hard. And I got a cough, so I don't know how good this will be. But welcome anyway. Thank you for stopping in. Just wanted to get back on the old horse here and start doing some videos again. So let's have some coffee and talk about Tundras. So welcome aboard, people. Edward, how you doing? Oh, that's way too much creamer and very hot. If you're just signing on, which many of you are, that is my first coffee in 5 days. So it may hit me kind of hard. I've been very sick. This is me welcoming you back to the channel because I haven't done a lot of channel stuff over the past few days. Rick, how you doing, buddy? Riley, good to see you. It's good to talk to people again. It's good to see Tundra people again because I'll be honest with you, I haven't done a lot of Tundra thinking over the past week or so. I had a video I put up of a dealership walk. That was right before I got sick. That was actually the morning that I got sick. So there hasn't been much going up. I have a video going up tonight I just made right before this. I'm in the same shirt in the video. I had the big C. I won't say the word on here because I know YouTube's all weird, but I was banged up. Banged up. You have no idea. It wasn't one of those like, oh, I didn't feel anything. No. It was terrible. It was awful. I'm not really feeling better yet, New York, New York. I mean, I feel better. I can't sit still. There's something you need to know about me. I can't sit still. I need to be out doing something at all times. Sitting down is something I do an hour before I go to sleep and watch a little news or something. So I've had to sit still for 5 days. And today I went out and mowed both of my lawns, walked 2.5 miles, and made a YouTube video. And now I'm doing a live stream because I feel good enough for that. But now my allergies are kicking in. So this has been fun. But yes, so no coffee in 5 days. So this may have a huge effect on this live stream. Took a little Dayquil 5 minutes ago. So let's bang this thing out. Talk Tundras. Here we are. But yeah, thought, after 2 years of not getting it, I figured I was in the clear. I wasn't. I got it. And it hit me weird. It hit me weird. I golfed last Wednesday. It was very sunny. You could still see I got the sunburn going on from that. So Wednesday night when I went to work, I felt really weak. But I thought it was just, too much sun. That happens. The pollen up here is so insane. I mean, when you hit the ball with an iron, you could see the pollen pop up out of the grass. So I figured it was that. Then Thursday, I just felt weak. Like weak to the point where it's not normal weak. So I didn't know what was going on there. By Friday morning, I filmed that video on the way home from work. I felt like crap all night at work. I filmed the dealership walk video with the Army Green SR5 on the way home from work. Got home. My wife made me breakfast because I was too weak to make anything. And from that point, I didn't even finish my breakfast. I went to bed and have been in bed ever since. Fever of 102, maintained for 48 hours. Pure and utter terrible times. I don't ever get sick. So when I get sick, I'm dramatic about it. Like some people get sick all the time. They know how to deal with it. Me, no, I suck at being sick because I never am. So when I am, I'm like, oh, this is the end, texting my father like, I love you, like that kind of thing. But this was pretty rough, man. This was pretty rough. I'm glad that's over with, but we're back. So that's my story. But, as far as Tundras go, I didn't have a lot of time to pick up the phone and look. I was too weak to do any of it. I didn't want to watch TV. I didn't want to do anything. Finally, after a couple days, I started to watch the Mayans, that show on FX, the Sons of Anarchy follow-up. Got all caught up on that. Other than that, not much. I've been looking around Auto Trader. That's what I did yesterday when I started to feel better. Just looking for Tundra stuff. Some crazy prices out there right now. But let's hear what you guys have to say. Any good word? Yeah, we're back. We made it. We made it. Let's see. And you know what the worst part is? Hold on, let me just tell you the worst part of this whole thing. I couldn't go to the NASCAR race that I bought tickets for 5 months ago. You guys know I love NASCAR. I don't miss NASCAR races. I've never missed a NASCAR race in my life. I missed a NASCAR race. Couldn't do it. Couldn't go to Dover. Had the tickets, gave it to a friend. My championship night tonight at bowling. This is the last week of bowling for the championship. I'm not going. Can't go. First time I've missed bowling ever in the history of this bowling league that I've been in for like 5 years. So this is my first real thing with people out there. It's good to talk to someone. Even though I'm talking to a screen right now, I know you're all out there. It's good to be able to talk to someone. So let's see what you guys are saying. Greg, how you doing? Riley, hello. Antonio says, hey, TD, good to see you. Utah right now, but from SoCal. Good stuff, man. Yep, 5 days of sick, and it sucked. Okay, Chris says, yo, how you doing, Chris? New York, thank you. I am feeling better, yes. Antonio says, at least you have creamer. Truck stops don't have creamer right now, at least at the Loves. Gotta have creamer, right? The coffee tastes weird. Coffee tastes a little weird right now. It doesn't taste like it normally does. But that's part of the diagnosis with the whole thing, right? You lose your taste and all that. Yeah, I lost it. Nothing tastes good. It's kind of all bland and tasteless. Paul says, I hope you feel better soon. I appreciate you. Anil says, I felt the same 2 weeks ago. Glad you're feeling better. I'm glad, dude. There was one point where I didn't think there was feeling better. Ask my wife. I feel bad for her. She's the best, by the way. Shout out to Michelle. Took care of me all the way through. Barely saw her. She wore a mask the whole time. Slept in a completely different area of the house than me. I was quarantined, and I don't like that at all. Anil says, Eric says, glad you're feeling better. Thank you, buddy. Anil says, my local Toyota or Tundra dealer says he is wanting me to put a deposit on the hybrids. I could see that. They're coming. They're coming. You're starting to see a lot of allocations and build dates in May. So that's a good sign, right? Should be on the lot by June, July, I would think. Simeon says, are you sure it wasn't TRD Pro withdrawal syndrome? I totally think so. Glad you're doing okay, Mark. Loving my 2022 Platinum over here in Las Vegas. Cheers. Let me just say one thing, Simeon. I love, capital, L-O-V-E, the Platinum. It has grown on me so much. I'm going to do a video on a truck. His name's James. Probably tomorrow or the next day. It'll probably be the next day. May 5th is my birthday. I'll do the video that day. I want you guys to see it. It's a Platinum. He did a little bit of work to it. Nothing crazy. A little lift, wheels, tires. It just brings the truck alive. But that Platinum is the best looking trim out there, I think, on this new Tundra. I got to be honest, including the TRD Pro. It just depends on how you set it up as far as color. I think it looks great. I don't know. It always draws my attention. Rick Purr says, man, glad you're back now. I'm glad I'm back too. Eric says, glad you're feeling better. Thank you. I think I already read those. Thank you. John says, glad you're back. Thank you. Rick says, I think you have Tundra Pro fever. I wish my wallet did. Salty says, glad you're well. Thank you very much. Chris, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Shout out to the wifey for sure. Andrew says, Mark, what's up, buddy? Any news on the TRD front for you? Still waiting. Still a waiting game going on this end. I have seen, let's see if any of you have seen this out there. I don't know. I'm sure a lot of you are part of the forums on Facebook, like 2022 Tundra owners. I don't know what they're called, but there's a bunch of 2022 forums out there. So every once in a while, you'll see salesmen. They put up, hey, I got this coming in. But I've already seen $30,000 markups on Pros. I've seen, if memory serves me correctly, could be slightly off on this one. Earlier today, somebody put up they have 3 hybrids coming in, like allocations. And one of them was a 1794, and they were asking in the 80s for it. So I think that truck stickers for around low 60s, excuse me. But there's going to be some markups on those things. Cretan says, I put a deposit on mine in December, and it came finally in March. 2022 Platinum Black. Can't go wrong with Platinum. Can't go wrong. I think luxury is definitely growing on me. Cat skin leather all day long on cat skins. Everybody raves. New York says, happy birthday, brother. I appreciate you. Not getting any younger here, I'll tell you that one. Simeon says, sounds like you should just get the Platinum with iForce Max. We can compare notes. I wish I could. Chris says, can't call him Dance Master. I'm not too bad, feeling kind of blah the last few days. Sister is sick and trying to find a good song to prank my female friends with. I guess that's a good one. That's how it all started for me last week. I felt kind of blah. And then I felt like, wow, I don't really want to do anything. Wait, I do want to do things, but I can't for some reason. Then, if I wanted to get up and go to the bathroom, I had to consider it an hour beforehand, because that's how weak I was. Here we are. Here we are, though. Coffee's tasting a little bit better now, but we're getting through this. This is going to be a good time. Like I said, I wanted to do this tonight. I planned on getting the live. I haven't done a live stream since the TRD Pro was with me. I wanted to do a live stream as soon as humanly possible, but I felt like night would have been a bad idea because I'm all weird on my sleep. Sleeping has been insanely impossible, just with the cold I got going on and all that. So I figured now would be the time. If you're watching this live, cool. If you're watching it later, thank you very much. But, you know, at least we're doing one. Just wanted to show you guys I'm still alive. By the way, here's a cool one here. Somebody posted Fox News did a video on the TRD Pro that I had. The exact one I had, same license plate, same everything. You know how it works. A press loan will come to me for a week, go to someone else for a week, go to someone else for a week. I just think it's awesome that I got the TRD Pro before Fox News, before Mr. Murdoch. So getting up there in the world a little bit, huh? Chris says, am I getting over the big C? Yes, I am. Cretan says, no markup on mine, but I can't get mud guards for it. Toyota can't get them or whatever. Still on order with Sparks Parts. Yes, with your discount code. Very nice. So just keep in mind this 2022, there's a few things with the 2022 that has, I'm not going to say weirded me out, but just made me throw up my hands. And one of those is what you can and can't get from the factory with the truck. Like somebody was trying to build on Toyota.com last week. They were asking me why. They could only put in one package and not the other package. So like it was TRD off-road, but then they couldn't get the convenience package. Why can't you have both? And I've seen trucks in the local lots and stuff with both on them. So I just told them, and I'll tell you, if you're trying to build a truck on Toyota.com and you can't add certain accessories or packages, sit down when your allocation becomes available and your dealer calls you to come in and set it up. Sit with the dealer. They probably can do it on their end versus you doing it on Toyota.com. I don't know why it's like that. I don't know why you can only select one thing and then everything else disappears. I guess it's a computer glitch. I don't know. But just keep that in mind. It doesn't mean you can't necessarily get it. Sit with the dealer when they do it on their actual build website. You'll probably have a lot more success. Feel better soon, man. Thank you. Yeah, I'm past it now. We're getting back into life. That's why we're here. Derek says, what's good, Mark? Glad you're doing better. I appreciate you. Thank you very much. Dash says, good afternoon, Mark. Always happy to join in. Happy birthday on the 5th. Cheers, buddy. I appreciate you. I don't have a beer to cheers today. Won't be any beer for a while, but we'll do coffee. A little coffee, and one of these years we'll get back to the beers. I'm building the hybrid as we speak. It's a gimmick, LOL. Johnny5, how you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Chris says, long time no here, Johnny5. Yep, it's good to see Johnny5. Johnny5 has the sweetest 18-wheeler I've ever seen in my life. Chris says, heard on video from YouTuber Scotty the Car. Oh, let me read down here. When you guys write comments, I see it up here, but it disappears. That's why I have the phone all the time. Chris says, heard on video from YouTuber Scotty the Car Guy that the new E15 gas will lower engine performance and decrease MPG by 15 to 20% on average. What do you think? Not even surprised by it. Not even surprised by it. Johnny says, doing great, just working all the time. I bet you are, sir. Medic says, what's good, man? Just got off my part-time gig. This is 2022 Tundra. I was just talking about your truck. Make sure you send me pictures. Let me get another sip here. Yes, red platinum with a sweet lift, nothing crazy, and a nice wheel and tire package. I feel like a lot of the Tundras out there, 2022s, that are doing the Westcott lift and a wheel and tire package, it really brings that look alive. Just that little bit, 3-1 lift, changes the truck completely. In a great way. Love it. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's not cheap. You'll probably spend, and you know, Medic, you can tell me what you spent if you want, but when I did a 3-inch leveling lift on my 09 Tundra, it was the lift, wheels, tires. I did Toyo Mud Terrains, 33 by 12.5 18s. What did I do? I did XD Rockstar wheels. I know, it was 2009. And the lift and the installation was $3,100 or $3,200. I'm guessing it's a little bit more than that now because rubber is not cheap anymore either. Got a pretty sweet run tomorrow. Circleville, Ohio to Laredo, Texas. Wow, that's a journey. I like that. Oh, man. We'll do as soon as I get home. Take your time, good sir. I love the excuse. It's a 2009. I don't want to hear it. I already know. In 2009, they were still cool. They were still cool then. Now, maybe not so much, but yeah, I liked them at the time. Those weren't my first pick either. I remember the guy that I was going to, a local guy here. I don't remember the name of the wheel that I was looking for, but it was kind of like silver, black, and it was like a 5-spoke wheel that I wanted, but they were on back order. So the second pick were those XD ones. And I love that J5 called me out on it. Good stuff. I'm surprised I'm not coughing. I thought this would be a coughing attack, so I brought the water. Don't even need it. Chris says, I'm heading out for now, Mark, but wanted to stop by and say hi. Wish me luck on the prank. Have a good time with it, buddy. Be safe, be well. Yeah, way back in 09. They were the bee's knees, they were. And times change, you know? So there's some really nice options out there now. I don't know what I would get, to be completely honest with you. I really like the stock Platinum wheels, and I really like the stock Pro wheels, like the new Pro. Those are really nice. I didn't think I would like them until I saw them up close and personal. Peter says, I'm pumped. I'm on the top 10 list to receive my 2022 Tundra Crew Max 6.5-foot bed limited TRD off-road. There you go, buddy. Congratulations. Did they give you an estimate on time? When do you think? New York says, Mark, can you please mention your email again? Couldn't find it. TundraDude34@gmail.com. That is the email. For all of your needs, TundraDude34@gmail.com. Chris says, have a safe trip on your way out tomorrow. Johnny. Anil says, my build came up to 66,109. Phew. It's a platinum. That's right where you'd expect it there. If you get MSRP, because 68.5 is the MSRP for Pro. So Platinum's going to be right around that. That makes a lot of sense. The look of the new Tundra has grown on me. Yeah, it's not bad. MG, what's going on, buddy? He says, Mark, what's up? I'm the one who asked about AC noise my 2021 Pro does on your email. So if it's the noise I'm thinking of, because I guess your video was too big to send, I think it's by design, because mine does the same thing. And I'll try to explain this. If you want to explain this better than I can, go for it. But basically, when you haven't started your truck and you start it, say you parked it for the night, the next day you came out, you start your truck, you turn the AC on right away when you start the truck, it makes this whoosh sound real quick as you turn the AC on. But it only happens at certain times. It's only if you turn your AC on after it's been sitting a long time. That has happened to me for years with my Tundra. So if that's the sound that you're talking about, normal on my end. Let's see if anybody else has that. Raul, how you doing, buddy? Good afternoon, Mark. How you doing? I'm here working, painting some walls at work. How was your day? Just hanging out, just getting over being sick. Feeling pretty good. Got the allergies going now because I mowed. Never a good thing, but whatever. Still can't bring myself to get it due to no V8 option. You know, Johnny, I figured a gentleman like yourself who loves to mess around with engines, you'd be all about that hybrid option to see what you could get out of that thing. Maybe one day, right? Peter says, beginning of June, not bad at all. Cretan says, a long time ago you featured a plastic stick-on door grip that stuck onto the inside door frame instead of grabbing the door paint and scratching it. Do you remember what those were called? Jam handle? I think it was jam handle. I remember those. That was, wow, that was like 2016. Very long time ago. Yeah, I thought it was a really neat idea. Somebody said to me that I would never use it. Like I did the video on it or whatever, I put it on the truck, and I used it like 5 times, and then I never used it again. They were right. I just used the handle. I actually, to be completely honest with you, I used the paint, which the point of that jam handle thing is to prevent you from doing just pushing the door closed. Let's see. Johnny5 says, I actually am thinking of going another route. The Turbo V6 in the Tundra is the Dame V6 in the Taco. Yeah, oh, it's the same one, yes. Cool. Yeah, I've been here that long. You have been here that long. I appreciate you. That's almost the very beginning. Thank you for being here, whether you've been here for a day or 6 years this month. I forgot about that. Later this month, this channel's been around for 6 years. Still fun, too. I don't hate it at all. I love it, in fact. I wish I had more time to do more with it, but, you know, I'm rocking the real job, which is overnight, which sucks. But, you know, I do what I can. I have a good time. Love talking to you guys. I love the live streams. They're the most fun. That's why my shift sucks, because it's so hard to do a live stream because I go in at night. Happy birthday to your channel. Thank you very much. So me and my channel share the same birthday month. I never put 2 and 2 together. Happy birthday, us. Congrats on your anniversary. Thank you very much. That's, I think that's in the 20s, May 23rd, something like that. A 400 plus horsepower Taco would be loads of fun. You know it. I agree with that one. Yes, sir. I forgot. I can't believe I forgot. I've been off this game for too long. Let us take a moment and raise our drinks no matter what we have, whether it be tasteless coffee, whatever you got in your hands, and a cheers to the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada. Thank you so much for protecting us and letting us do things like Tundra live streams every day. A cheers to you. Be safe, be healthy. God bless. Always support the military, folks. Always support the emergency services. It's a must. Let's see what we got going on here. All-Terrain Nation, my man Dave. Tundra Talk Time has donated $5 to the channel. Thank you very much, sir. I appreciate you very, very much. Anil says, I own a V8 Ford 2020, but the 585 torque is to drool. Let me just tell you, as a person who's driven one now for a week, I'm drooling too. Anil has donated $2 to the channel. Thank you very much. And also says America, which you can't go wrong. So I thank you for your donations, boys. Appreciate you. Very nice. Very nice of you. Just happy to be here. Just happy to be up and talking and not sick really anymore. It feels really good. It feels really good. And like I said, I wish I could have done it tonight. Would have got a lot of people at night. This is a weird time because everybody's at work, but my energy level is not where it needs to be right now. So we're just going with what we got. Hey, as long as there's at least one person to talk to, I'm good. Blink says, God bless you, bro. Keep it up. God bless you, my friend. God bless you. God bless you all. All right, back to it. Let's see. Kevin says, I test drove, let's see. I'm guessing you mean 2022 Tundra. Felt the cabin and front seat area was cramped. The center console seemed huge. Okay. See, I felt in my experiences, so just real quick in case people don't know that are on here right now, I had a 2022 Limited iForce for a week, and I had a 2022 Pro iForce Max, all right? And in both of those interiors, they definitely felt trimmed out a little bit smaller than the old generation. I didn't feel cramped, though. I always like the fact that in Tundras, unless you get the bench seat, you're kind of in your own little cockpit area. Like the center console comes back from the center stack all the way to the center console, you know, storage compartment. So you kind of have your own area. So if your passenger drops a water bottle, it can't come flying under your feet to where you can't operate the pedals or anything stupid like that. You're kind of separated from everyone. I've always been a huge fan of Toyota for that because that's how I want it. I want to be separate from everyone when I'm driving the vehicle, my own little compartment. I was worried in the 2022 that that might get a little bit smaller because rumors were that the cab shrunk a little bit. Personally, 6 foot, 220 or so pounds. I got to work on that. I didn't feel cramped at all. I didn't feel cramped at all. That's just me, though. Leg room was good. I never felt, you know, that I was giving up too much. The only thing that I noticed was different like if I didn't have any knowledge on the truck at all, this part felt a little bit different, and the windshield, instead of just being straight across, kind of had like an angle on it a little bit. It almost felt like the Camaro windshield. If you've ever been in a Camaro 2011 and up, you know the windshield kind of has like a weird angle on it. Kind of felt the same way as that. But that's just me. Everybody's different, you know? Excuse me. There it is. Johnny says, just saying a taco with a turbo setup, pushing the Tundra specs would be pretty badass. I agree with you, buddy. And it would be streetable. Yes, sir. Kevin says, I did feel that the engine was very responsive, though, and it was smooth and quiet. I drove a 6.2 Chevy that same day and felt as good. Exactly. And Kevin, I'm guessing you drove a, well, you obviously didn't get to drive the iForce Max yet because it's not out. So if you like the regular iForce, make sure you give the iForce Max a try when you can, because it's insane. It turns it way up. Let me just tell you that much. Alrighty, God bless you. I'll see you on the next one. Anil, be safe, be well, my friend. Thank you for everything. Have a great day. Cody says, glad you feel better, TD34. Got a 2018 1794 thanks to your advice. Shouldn't the 2022 1794s have a wood grain wheel like the previous version? Love gripping mine. Okay, I like that you said that, Cody. Let's spend a little time on that 1794. That's what you said, right? Yeah. Let me have a sip of coffee here real quick, and then we're going to go into that. I like that question. I am one of the only people that, well, I thought one of the only people that like the 14 and up 1794, 14 to 21, 1794. There was random fake wood grain splashed everywhere. There was orange leather seats. They had the mats down that had the Texas feel to them. There was the wood grain on parts of the steering wheel. And I love the look of it so much. But a lot of people didn't. And I think Toyota listened to the fact that a lot of people didn't like how everything was splashed around the truck like that. I'm sitting right now in a 2022 1794 seat. All right? 2022 1794 seat that I built into an office chair. I kind of miss the orange. This is more of a brown, right? Here, I'll just get up and show you. Look, right? That's more of a brown than what it used to be. They used to call it saddle brown, but it wasn't saddle brown. That thing was orange. But I think the reason they got rid of it is a lot of people wanted a less is more approach at their Western theme. Do I agree with it? I kind of like the wood grain on the steering wheel. But overall, I like a lot of the things they did with the new truck, although I do miss the orange seats a little bit. But very comfortable. I will tell you, in sitting in this seat, the bolstering around the hips, the bolstering, you know, around the waist and everything is 10 times better than the old generation. But I do miss some of the colors splashed around. I thought when you opened the door to that 1794, it was just loud in there. But that's the point. It's a Western-themed truck. Lots of chrome on the outside, lots of insane saddle-colored stuff on the inside, wood grain, screaming, I love Texas. And that's what made it great. Now it's a lot more subtle, still beautiful, still my favorite trim out there, but a little bit different at the same time. So, I don't know, I would have kept it. That's just me, though. Kevin says, I'm considering the Sequoia as well. Thanks for all the feedback. I love the Sequoia. I think the Sequoia is definitely more of a needs vehicle versus a want vehicle, in my opinion, for me. You know, that does the job of a family. If you're someone who travels with a family, something like that. That seating, all of that, you know. I think with that, I would go more for that direction if I needed it. I would buy the Tundra because having a pickup truck, you always need a pickup truck. Even if you don't need it today, you're going to need a pickup truck. So I guess it comes down to everybody's wants and needs with that. Excuse me. Johnny5 says, is Toyota ditching the 5.7 from the Sequoia as well? Yeah. Sequoia is going hybrid, iForce Max 2023. Kevin says, new iForce Max only in Sequoia. Yes, sir. New York says, Mark, does your current Pro look a bit bigger than the 2022 Pro you tested? Bigger as in dimensions, or just, you know, basically sitting it front to back to each other? The 2022, if I remember correctly, because I did put them next to each other and kind of paid attention, the 2022 seemed a bit taller, and the rigidity of the 2022 made it seem like it was bigger. It's definitely wider, the 2022, but the 2020 felt longer. It had a longer look to it. So the Pro, the new one, actually had a good stance that made it look like it was a lot bigger. And again, it was a little bit wider. So I'd have to sit there and do the dimensions for it. But if you're looking for length, and especially like interior space, back seat space, the 2020 definitely was a bit bigger. Not by much, though. Not by much. Let's see. Cretan says, brown is better. That orange was horrible. No. No, it wasn't. They should have kept the orange as an option. That orange was amazing. I don't know if you guys remember. Cretans, you've been around a long time. Do you remember back in 2020, Toyota gave me a press vehicle? It was a 1794 in Voodoo Blue, and it had that orange interior. I'm a Mets fan, so that worked for me. But man, that thing was bright. That thing was so bright. In fact, real quick, I know I have a picture of that in here because I look at it every once in a while and laugh. Let me see if I can find it. Hold on. I'll put it up on the screen just so you can see what I'm talking about. Look at this thing. Let me get a good shot of it. This thing, so this was back in February or so 2020. This is what Toyota had me, hold on, let me turn down the, there we go. Can't be too bright or else you can't see. This might be too dark. Look at that thing. All right, that's a 1794 in Voodoo Blue, a 2020, okay? So think of that. Keep that in your mind, right? Voodoo Blue, which is an awesome color, and this was the interior of that truck. Okay, tell me that's not New York Mets all day. Tell me that's not Keith Hernandez special right there. I'm into it. A lot of people hated it. I couldn't get enough of that color whatsoever. Can't get enough. Raul says, yes, I love the 1794 because of the interior, especially down here in Texas. It looks good. Getting out of it with a sombrero and boots. Yes. Feels more like a cowboy. I agree. DH says, Mark, does the new Tundra have 3 cup holders in the front like the previous generation? It has, can't remember. I can look, though. Hey, that's the power of pictures. Hold on one sec. Let me go. I think it was 2. I could be totally wrong. I love the setup of the new interior, especially that center console area for sure. But I know I have a bunch of pictures here. Let's see. It has 2. So it has 2 that line up like this. If you're sitting holding the steering wheel, there's 2 that line up here, and then there's this big gully. You could put stuff, and then there's the wireless charger. So there's a lot of space for everything. I hope that helps. So 2 cup holders, and it has the little tab on it to actually hold the cup, not just the cup holders we had in the 14 to 21 where you hope something's wide enough so where it won't wiggle. This actually goes down into the cup holder and sits there very nicely. Kevin says 2023 needs an option for D-Chrome and color match package like the TRD Sport, best looking in my opinion. Kevin, you nailed it, and I agree with you 100%. A lot of other brands out there do that. They do the that setup where you could sport package it and you take all the chrome away. And I think Toyota, I want to give them credit for 2022, did pretty well with some of that stuff because what they did was they took a lot of packages that automatically had chrome and they got rid of it. And they made it so like an SR and an SR5, they actually have body color surrounds and everything. The Limited that had all that chrome on the front, it's actually a machine silver surround around the grill. So they've done better, but I agree with you. There should be a sport appearance package, what they call in Ford, for the Tundra. I would bet you a lot of people would buy that. I think they were listening, though, and a lot of people don't want a lot of chrome anymore because you're seeing a lot more body color. Like I said, that picture I put up on my website, the picture, not website, don't have one of them, picture I put up on all my social media and on the channel of that green SR5, non-TRD. Now, if that was any other year, if that was 14 to 21 at all, that SR5 had chrome all over it. Now the SR5, that was body color. It almost looked like a Pro, other than the terrible wheels that you would change out. But everything on that was body color or black. And then the badges, they were chrome, but you could get the overlays to black out those badges. So they're doing better with it, but yes, there's still room for improvement. Totally agree with Big Kev on that one. Let's see, I'm behind, which is okay. Let's see, I'm lost. Okay. Johnny5 says, DH, let's be honest here, only 2 of the cup holders are truly usable for a normal person's cup. Yeah, that third cup holder I always use for my headphones when I go running. It's always something stupid that goes in that cup, my sunglasses. Raul says, sexy voodoo blue. Yeah, actually, there's someone around here who owns a TRD Pro and voodoo blue. I'd love to get in touch with him and walk that truck. I'd love to see it up close. Cretan says, yes. Talking stance, my 2022 Platinum has air ride suspension in the back. It looks so low. I need rake. Truck looks better that way, my opinion. I like a nice leveled look like the Pro offers. Get that 1.5 to 2 inch lift in the front, just levels it out. But to each their own, my friend. That, my friends, is what makes America great. We all could have our own opinion. I love it. Gerald says, Wilson, North Carolina in the house. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. It's time again. We have to do another cheers to the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada. We love you. Got to do it when I do sips. Oh, it's still hot because this Yeti, dude, this Yeti is awesome. Never thought I'd like Yeti. Greeton says, hey, you still go running? I remember in some of your videos you went running a lot. Yeah, not as much as I'd like to because of my work shift, but yeah, definitely trying to kick it up a notch again because I'm not getting any younger. And I've been all about fitness my whole life, and this is the least about fitness I've ever been, and I can't handle that. Because, you know, I'm not the smartest person in the world, but I've always been good at sports, and I want that to remain, you know? Have you checked the sales for the Tundras, Gilmer says. I did, tonight's video. Gerald says, Mark, when are you purchasing your truck? Waiting game, my friend, waiting game. I would expect there will be a new Tundra in my driveway before the 4th of July, is my hope. I want to celebrate America with a new truck. Nothing says America more like spending money, right? That's my hope. It's a complete write-off for me, though, because I got this wonderful TundraDude34 channel, though. So it's good for taxes. Kevin says, called Longo here in California, they do MSRP. Aren't they the dealership that does MSRP only? Like they stress, we do MSRP only? Wait times on hybrid limited is 8 to 10 months. Think these will be harder to get. Oh yeah, they're going to be harder to get. Videos like mine probably don't help the cause because I'm telling you, I fell in love when I got behind the wheel of the hybrid. I liked the iForce. I thought it was fun. It took some time for me to adjust things to the way I like to drive it. By the end, I was happy with it. But when I got into that hybrid, that blew my mind. I wasn't expecting that kind of power and that kind of delivery of power. And the sensation was very new to me because there was no noise. That's the biggest thing, the hardest thing to get used to with this new Tundra for me, is the noise factor is completely different from a regular V8, you know? Let's see where I am. Oh, cheers, Raul. Yes, cheers, my friend. With the coffee. I mean, you got the beers cheers, which is way better. I'll probably, you know, maybe have a beer on my birthday, but I got to get better before I have any beer. Excuse me. Beer again. Cretan says, just did the, I don't know how to say that, Eau Claire, Wisconsin Marathon. What a blast. Get back into it. Oh, I'm totally back into it. On my days off, I go running any chance I get. For instance, I probably had no business doing anything today, but I went and I power walked 2.7 miles. That's my first time out of the house in 5 days. And, you know, I used to run 7 to 10 miles a day, 7 days a week. So I want to get back to that. I mean, maybe not 7 days a week again, because that actually killed ankles and killed knees. But if I could do 5 days a week, running next to the Atlantic Ocean every morning, watching the sun come up, literal dream come true stuff. Does that mean you're letting the TRD Pro go? I'm fighting for that TRD Pro, buddy. Fighting for it. Stay tuned. Raul says you might even get a sale for 4th of July. I probably won't get a sale. I don't see a lot of sales. And I'll be honest with you, a lot of the dealers around here, the word sale does not exist unless it means selling a car. Sale is in discount. Ha! Yeah. Medic says, Gerald, I'm in Wilson too. Small world. I'm glad TundraDude34 can bring together people in the same town. I don't know if you noticed this, but I will say this is the first coffee I've had in 5 days because of sickness, and it's hitting me, and I'm feeling great, and I'm feeling energetic, and this is bad for you because I'm going to talk a lot now. My wife is still at work, so she doesn't have to deal with this. You 35 do, though. And this is still up to here. I mean, this is what happens when you don't have coffee in a while. When I get down to here, you're gonna sign off. You're not going to want to hear me anymore. Oh, love it. Okay, the question is, oh, wait, hold on. I know what you're asking me, am I letting my TRD Pro go, the green one? The green one is going to go when the 2022 comes. It will be traded in. My green one is leased, but the value on my green one is so much higher than what I owe, meaning I'm in a good green equity, positive equity, that I'm not going to turn the lease in. I'm going to trade the vehicle in so I could take that value and use it as a down payment on a very expensive 2022 Toyota Tundra. That's my plan. I've done that with a lot of leases. If you get into something that holds its value really well, or you find yourself in a fortunate situation where you buy a truck before a massive pandemic to where values shoot right up afterward, that's what you get. You know? It's like buying stock low and then something happens and shoots the stock to the moon, man. It's good stuff. I see you collect patches, fire, EMS, police, and military. Absolutely, I do. Yes. That is, all those patches right there are from all the viewers. The only patches that aren't from the viewers are up top. My friend that died in 9/11 in the towers, he is at the top in his honor, and my father is right under him, who is a retired police sergeant and Vietnam veteran. Johnny says, I'm asking because I have been searching for one identical to it, so you should sell it to me. Dang it. And Troy says, finally got my 2022 Windchill Pearl Platinum. J5, TundraDude34@gmail.com. Tukes, what's going on, buddy? Mark just saw you were streaming. The vid is weird. Had it April 2022, or excuse me, April 2020, bad time. Yeah. It's it was a rough couple days there, man. I'll be honest with you. I don't lie to you guys. I was a little worried there for a couple days. And I think my wife was a little more worried because I didn't have the mental capacity to worry because I was so banged up. It was scary there for a minute. People were very worried about me. We got through it. We're here, baby. Come on. Let's go Irish, you know? Sam says, Mark, I hear Toyota has a battery replacement for hybrids and electric coming soon. Better than current tech, 15-minute charge time, more mileage on charge, more stable, less fire risk. I like that. Anything safer is better. And that's the big thing going forward with everything going hybrid and electric. I think the eyes will be on safety because that's going to be the big thing coming forward, right? New York says, Mark, are you okay with paying a markup if it comes to get your 2022 Pro sooner? I will not be paying a markup. I'm telling you right now, MSRP is my peak. I'm working hard. I want you to know I'm working hard, but it's MSRP for me. And I don't have anything negative to say on people who pay markups. You do whatever you got to do. But personally for me, it has to be MSRP. I have to make it make sense for myself, you know? Because you got to remember, this channel is a lot of fun. I love it. I treat it like my baby, because it is my baby. Created from nothing, 6 years later, we're still here. But we also have to remember, I have a wife, I have a house, I got to keep up with everything with that too. I can't be paying insane amounts of money. This is already an insane amount of money. I can't add any more to it. So we'll see where we land, but I'm working hard and getting good. Like we got some momentum going right now. So we'll see what happens, but you know, that's just me. That's where I'm at with it. Do you think maintenance is more important for the hybrid? I think the hybrid, I mean, I'm always going to go in. I'm going to follow basically all the service intervals it tells me to. Now, I'll have a first year if everything turns out the way I hope it does. So, you know, obviously we'll be keeping an eye on it, but hopefully everything, you know, doesn't need a ton of maintenance as far as the battery goes, as far as the whole electrical system goes. Hopefully everything is perfect. Knocking on Amish wood right there, baby. But we hope. Troy says, what color TRD Pro are you looking to get? Well, I'll be honest with you. At first, I really wanted the Lunar Rock with the black interior until I had my press vehicle, which was the cockpit red interior with the black exterior. So now I'm aiming for the red cockpit red interior with the black exterior, exactly like the one that I tested. I think that setup was perfect. The red interior, which a lot of people either like or don't like. There's really no middle ground. You either love it or you hate it. I think it looks very premium. It's sweet because it's a TRD Pro truck. Limited edition quantities, supposed to be the special Pro, or the special Tundra. That interior is something unique. I like that with things like a TRD Pro. And the black exterior, I think, flows so nicely with the blacked out camo it has, with the black Toyota Heritage grille up front, with, you know, the surround of the truck. Everything flows so nicely. If you're new to the channel or you don't know that I did this, go into my playlist section and watch my time with the 2022 TRD Pro. Because that thing was sweet, and the color, everything flowed together just absolutely pristine, perfect. So that would be what I would want. Black exterior, cockpit red interior. Completely different from what I've been saying since the truck came out, but it changed me. That's it. That's all. That's like all I want, to be honest with you. Like, I don't want to settle. Black exterior, midnight black metallic, can't go wrong. Red interior. Excuse me. Gerald says, Medic 167, that's cool. Wilson, North Carolina. I want to move to North Carolina. I'd like to leave New Jersey. That's just me, though. Ugh. So I'm glad, you know, like I said, not a huge crowd today, and that's fine. It's my first day back. 31 or so of you right now. Not mad at all. Love talking to anybody. I'm not in it for the big numbers. Just want to talk Tundra. Weird time of the day. Going to put up a video tonight as well. The coffee's making me feel great. The Dayquil I took right before this probably doesn't even sound like I'm sick. How is the sound, by the way? This mic's been acting up, so no one said anything. I'm guessing everything is good, so if it's bad, let me know. Sam says, one of the other YouTube guys recently added 35s to his 2022 Tundra with a set of negative offset wheels. 35s are made for the Tundra. Great look. If you're talking about John, they do look fantastic. Very unique setup there. I like it a lot. It's a white 2022 SR5 TRD off-road. It looks really good. Adam says, any chance we could talk you into a 2022 1794? No, probably not. Heart's pretty set right now. The truck after this one, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm giving up my secrets. The truck after the one I'm about to get, whenever I get another truck down the road, 100% will be a 1794. So save that, because that's happening. I do want to get a 1794 for sure, but the Pro for 2022, I think that's my favorite looking Pro ever. I love it. Can't get enough. I don't know why. I know some people aren't a big fan of the grille in the front. I think it looks awesome. I think that's the best looking grille. The second best grill is this one, the 15 to 17 grill. I love that one, but the one that they have now looks more like this one than the 19. So I'm just a big fan of that truck. Big fan of that setup and that package. Always have been, always will be. But the one after this will probably be a 1794. Excuse me. Justin says, good. Well, Adam, is that what you have? Or is that what you're trying to get, 1794? Justin says, sounds good. Sam says, the sound is good. Raul says, sounds clear. I like it. PK says, how you doing, Mark? What's up, buddy? Do you know if there's any aftermarket parts being sold for the 2022, like a different grill, etc.? I don't think there's a grill yet. I know there is front bumpers that have already, I don't know if they came out or they're just being advertised right now. But every day there's more aftermarket parts being added for the 2022 Tundra. And I will tell you, this time, probably around next year, the market's going to be flooded with, excuse me, aftermarket parts. So just keep checking every day. You'll start seeing crazy things all over the place, I guarantee it. Grills will definitely be something sooner than later because everybody likes to upgrade a grill. Mike is better now. It was cracking at the beginning. I apologize for that. Scott, how you doing, buddy? Hi, Mark from North Carolina. I was set on a new Platinum until I realized no off-road rear locker option. Such a bummer. Yeah, got to go 1794 if you want to keep the same level of luxury. You got to get that TRD off-road package. Excuse me. Antonio says, my wife had to take Edelberry when I got sick. Have you been taking that? No. No. What is it? What is it? Elderberry? No, I didn't take that. I've been taking something to, well, the fever's gone, but when I had the fever, I was taking Advil to keep the fever down, and I was taking a lot of vitamin C and zinc were the two that I were taking. Seemed to work. I mean, I got through it, but man, it sucked. Let's see. Wade, how you doing, buddy? You can add all the tires and wheels you want. Nothing will help that ugly 2022 Tundra. Wade does not like the 2022 Tundra. This we know. Mr. Skeptical says, I would like a 2022 Platinum with its color matched door handles, mirror caps, and lack of chrome, but with 1794 brown seats and wood grain. I think your smarter bet there would be, because of what you want, and I'm just kind of reading through what you want, you get a 1794 and then body color it out, because the interior is the hardest part to get, right? So if you get the 1794, you'll have all the interior stuff, and then the exterior is easy to change up. So probably get that 1794 and then, you know, change out the stuff that way. My opinion. Antonio says, did you notice the wind airflow noise on the new gen and previous gen from the sliding glass window? Negative. No sound of wind, but I never had that problem with my previous gen Tundra either. The only wind noise, people ask about wind noise in the cabin. On the first Tundra that I tested for the week was that limited. There was a little bit of wind noise coming from the door area, but I think it was because the door didn't shut properly or the window didn't go up into the channel right. Because once I corrected the window and the door a couple times, it was gone and everything was fixed. So that might have been a me thing. What about our mats? What do you want to know? Gilmer says, Mark, what do you think about the Silverado ZR2 V8? Should Toyota come back with a V8? I don't think Toyota will come back with a V8. I think that's it. You know, they basically pushed all their coins to the center of the table. They're all in. But do I like that new ZR2 V8? Oh, yeah. That commercial with the blue one where they go up to the top of the mountain to do work that they don't need to go to the top of the mountain for. But what would a commercial be if you weren't driving to the top of a mountain? It's a beautiful truck. You cannot deny that. All the trucks out there right now, all brands, are putting their best foot forward with these trucks lately. I happen to like the 2022 Tundra. I think it looks great. I think some of the things they did with it brought it right up to par with everything else. Maybe not as insane as we expected or hoped, but it's there. Chevy, which honestly, I've been the biggest Chevy critic for a long time. I just have never been a big fan of their styling. It's just me. But I like the new Chevys. I like the new GMC look. Ford, never had a problem with Ford. I like their modern design. The exterior of the trucks look really nice in certain packages. When they do the FX4 Sport Appearance package, everything looks really good on that one. And Ram's the king of the mountain. I mean, Bill Paxton drove a freaking Ram to you know, aim for tornadoes and stuff with Helen Hunt. You can't go wrong. If Bill Paxton drives a Ram, you have to like a Ram. Even if you're not a Ram guy, you just have to like it. It's the rules. I don't make the rules. I just follow Bill Paxton. Email sent. Okay, cool. Medic, I'll check it out when I'm done. Wade says, so it is official that after 2024, no one will offer a V8. I don't know if that's official, but you're starting to see V8s disappear. You're going to start seeing it. Ram's getting rid of their V8. Haven't heard anything with Chevy yet because Chevy's doubling down. I don't know what Ram will do with like the TRX and stuff, because that's a supercharged V8, 700 horse or whatever it is. And Ram and, you know, the whole Chrysler organization, they're not afraid to do things everybody else isn't doing, which I think is a testament to awesomeness with them. Hellcat, Demon. I mean, they're not afraid to rock and roll when everyone's getting all EPA scared and going, you know, oh, you know, we got to trim down and make the MPG great. You know, the Dodge boys are over there going insane, just throwing darts at a board. And how much horsepower can we get out of this legally? Make them sign paperwork. That's what you do. It's amazing. Just heard Dodge is done after 2024. There you go. That answers that question. Ricky says, hey, Tundra Dude, how you doing, buddy? If you weren't planning on getting the Pro, would you wait for the Limited with the TRD off-road package or go for the Hybrid with the TRD off-road package? Because I drove both the non-hybrid and the hybrid, I would go for the hybrid. Like, that's where my mind went. When I drove the first one, I found a way to drive it the way I like it. Drive modes, sport mode's very good on the regular one. You know, and I started to enjoy the driving experience. It was very fast, you know. The transmission in sport mode was a little bit jerky, like you'd expect in sport mode. When I got into the hybrid, my mind was blown. It was just a completely different driving experience. It was smooth, linear, like I've never, ever driven before, ever. Not just saying that, that's real. Nothing bumped around. The truck just got up to speed before you even knew it. It's something you really have to pay attention to with your speed limit and all that, because it's fast. It's real fast. It's powerful. For me, that minute I drove that hybrid, I needed a hybrid. Nothing would be something I could settle for. I needed a hybrid. And here comes the wife down the stairs. And now you have to say hello to everyone. You can't because you got your mask on. Okay. She's still wearing a mask on me, dude.
I graduate in 2 weeks.
Yeah, I know. Hi, by the way.
You're in my room.
I'm sorry. I spit all over your stuff over there, so enjoy. I don't know. All right, back out of here. I don't remember. Okay, so Wade says, Mark, I just bought a new Charger. Love the Charger. Holy crap, is that a fun car to drive around? Which Charger did you get? Tell me about it. RT? Did you go crazy? I want to know. Antonio says, Mark, thank you for bringing us joy with your channel, especially to your wife for getting you your GoPro to start the TundraDude34 channel. Let's at least leave a like, people. Antonio remembers the whole start of this channel was because my wife bought me a GoPro. Without that day, we could have seen something different. And Antonio remembers that. So Antonio's getting the high five on that. Way to have a memory. Wade says, I bought a Charger Daytona 392 scary power. I need to see pictures. TundraDude34@gmail.com. You have 10 minutes. I need to see pictures. I'm obsessed with the car you just said. Ricky says, when are the limited hybrids hitting the lots? I suspect I wouldn't say hitting the lots. I think you should call your dealer and see when the allocations are coming because they're already falling in. I don't think you're going to see any on the lot. I think people are going to buy up the allocations before they get to the lot. So keep that in mind. You might want to call your local dealer, see if he has any coming in, set that up because they're going to be very hard to get. Put it to you this way. Let's have some fun here. You remember in the movie Jingle All the Way, Arnold Schwarzenegger, when the wife was like, you got to get the Turbo Man doll. And he's like, yeah, I'll get it. It's a toy, right? But the Turbo Man doll was insanely tough to get. And Arnold had to go insane all day with Sinbad just to try to find one. Arnold didn't listen and get the Turbo Man early. Well, please listen to me when I tell you, call your local dealer. If he has a limited in allocation, get your name on it because it's not going to be there for a long time. And finding them will be tough. There's rumors going around it may take 8 to 10 months to get the one you want. So get your Tundra Turbo Man by calling your local dealer. Don't wait for anything to come to the lot. That's a great movie, Jingle All the Way, right? That's a good one. All right. TundraDude34@gmail.com is the email. Jimmy, how you doing? Troy says, had a 1794 with the hybrid offered to me through allocation, but markup was about 85 grand. Oof. Yep, that's not the first time I've seen that. Cretan says, oh my goodness, I don't have the hybrid, and I wish my truck would warn me that I go over 65. This regular IMAX is fast too. No, it's very fast. That's what I'm saying. So think of your IMAX on Hulk Hogan level steroids. Like we're talking 80s wrestling steroids here. Like it's insane. Insane. Gerald says Husky mats. I don't think the Husky mats are available for the 2022 Tundra, but they are coming. They're not there yet. Just sent a pic, Mark. It's in Yellow Jacket. I can't wait to see it. As soon as I get off here, I'm going to check it out. Jimmy says, good, Mark. It's been a hot minute. It has been a hot minute. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad I'm back. I've been sick if you're just signing on, but we're here, kicking some butt, having some fun. No, they don't throw darts. I can't say that, but yes, 100%. They do crazy stuff. They go to happy hour and they come back and start making decisions. That's what they do. God bless them, because whether you like Dodge or not, you got to appreciate what the design team is doing. They're not afraid to go out there and push the envelope. So Mopar, the boys over there, the team, like you got to give them love for the crazy stuff that they try. I honestly, anytime a Dodge product show happens at like a auto show or whatever, when they have something to reveal, I always watch because who knows what'll come out next from them. It's insane. I'm a fan though. Sorry, that was about the Dodge comments. I know, I caught you right away. I got to make sure I read all of your comments beforehand. So you're known to put up a little crazy stuff that I can't say here on YouTube until Elon Musk buys this one too, and then we can say whatever we want, right? Elon. So Coffee's good. I'm feeling good right now. I'm glad we were able to do this. Having fun. Ricky says, is Toyota manufacturers, hold on, coming down on dealerships marking up crazy prices for the Tundras? I know it's not written on paper that they can't do that. I don't think they are. Do I think they should? Yes. Here's why. Tell me if you agree, everyone, just Ricky, especially you. Like, tell me what you think about this. Now, open your mind. Don't be a Tundra enthusiast or expert for a moment. If you are a regular consumer, a regular person that needs a pickup truck, but you don't care about the automotive industry, and you go to a Toyota dealership, you go to a Ford dealership, any dealership, because markups are everywhere, and you go and look, and you find a Chevy Silverado, okay, brand new at a Chevy dealership, and you see it, and you see the sticker, it says $50,000, and you're like, all right, it has a lot of good stuff in it. It's the color I want. I'm going to buy that. And the guy's like, he comes over and you're like, all right, can we negotiate from 50 grand? And he's like, well, actually, if you look over here, it's actually 70 grand. And the guy says, what do you mean that the manufacturer sticker says 50? He goes, oh yeah, well, there's a markup. It's actually 70. Forget it, I'm leaving. Now, what happens with that consumer when they leave? They don't say, hey, dealership ABC, they're marking up on people. They go, hey, they blame Chevy. That's the thing. The casual consumer doesn't know that these dealerships are franchised out and they have their own determination on what they can do for pricing. They blame the parent company. That's the problem with markups to me. It's all about, car sales is all about retention, especially at a local dealership, not New York City, but a local dealership. You need those customers to come back. So if the customer feels like they're getting screwed, they're not coming back. So you may have got them one time, fool me once kind of thing. You may have got them once on that car, but they're not coming back. Now, if they have a good experience and you sell what that sticker says, not only are they going to come back for years, they're going to tell their friends who are going to tell their friends who are going to tell their friends. And now you've built clientele. And this is the problem with markups. And this is where I feel at this point, because the market is so insane, it really, really needs to get to a point where some of these manufacturers, they got to start calling up these franchisees and say, hey guys, you got to cool it. Because it's not like a $1,000 markup anymore. I'm seeing $30,000 markups. I'm seeing $20,000, $15,000 markups on SR5 Tundra. Like, it's getting to the point where it may hurt the brand if they don't cap what's going on with these markups. It's the wild, wild west out there right now. And it's just hurting the consumer. But at the end of the day, it's hurting the manufacturer because they're smart consumers. And a lot of consumers are smartening up. Even the ones that don't know the business, the regular casual consumer, which is what all of these folks that own these dealerships aim for, the casual consumer. So I'm just saying, you gotta watch yourself now to help yourself down the road. Steal from Peter to pay Paul, however that term goes. Gotta watch it. Tell me what you think. Tell me what you think. That's my rant. It's all about retention. It's all about long-term relationships. Ask any dealership in the history of dealerships ask a person who's, hey, I've been buying Chevys from that dealership for 50 years. You think that guy would be buying Chevys for 50 years at that dealership if he was getting a $30,000 markup on a basic SR5? No. That's what blows my mind when I see some of the action out here. It's the wild, wild west is the best way to put it, okay? And that's why I tell people, if you're in the market for something, look around because there are dealers out there that are still MSRP. If I'm the brand, though, I'm stepping in at this point. Be like, guys, we got to cap it. It just is what it is. You don't want to hurt the brand for this. I don't know. Maybe, what do I know? What do I know? I unload boxes from a truck. I don't know nothing. It's just what I think. Let's see. Me? No, I'm Mr. Innocent. Oh, yeah. Wade says, Mark, I've never owned a muscle car before, but now I'm hooked. When most are looking towards EVs, I'm going with the gas guzzler. Cheers. I love you. Only ethanol-free 92, 93 octane for me. I love it. Joe says, just bought the wife an SR5 4Runner for MSRP. Felt like a good buy. I love the 4Runner. SR5 4Runner too. It's nicely loaded. Congratulations. Ricky agrees with what I said. Scott says, from North Carolina, why don't you have a Jersey accent? I'm actually from New York. Born and raised in New York, and I don't know. Just over the city, too. So I should really be talking like I'm from New York, you know? Like, where you want to go? You want to go get some sauce or something? Like, what are you trying to do here? Oh. But I don't. I talk like this. So it's a blessing and a curse. Ugh. Oh, says Joe. You gotta do. I can't do it with my throat right now, but yeah, you gotta do the big one. Like, Maron, you know? Throat's still killing me. But yeah, so that's my take. And I hope you guys, this is my first live stream back. I hope you guys had a good time. Probably going to wrap it up now. Hit that like button on your way out. If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button. Go check out the playlist. Dealership walks are a lot of fun. Check them out. I had time with the 2022 TRD Pro. It was amazing. There's a playlist. Go watch it. But if you need anything, you know what to do. Email me, TundraDude34@gmail.com. I hope you will subscribe. Hit the notification bell. A video will be going up later tonight. And we will continue down the path. I'm back, full force. We're back on the channel. I'm sorry for the 5 days of very limited content. I had the big C, and I was sick. But now we're back, baby. We're stronger than ever. We're going. Let's do it. TundraDude34, about to celebrate our 6th year. I'm glad you guys were here. I love you much. I'm sorry it was for a weird time in the day. We usually like to do these at night. And I'm going to say in closing, once again, a massive cheers to all the military and emergency services of the United States and Canada. Thank you for everything you do for us so we can do fun stuff like these Tundra channels. A cheers to all of you. God bless America. And all of you guys for watching, thank you. Be safe, be well. Have a great afternoon. I'll talk to you all soon. Thank you for being here.